of the kindergarten class. You would think that the parents would be in an uproar.
Right.
They didn't even know what was going on.
Wow.
The meetings, they've made it, like, how are you going to have a parent school board education meeting the night of the election?
Right.
Like they're going to come out.
Wow.
So no meeting has had any more than about 7 or 10 people at a time. The last, I asked them, I said, well, did you do a robocall? Well, we didn't do robocall because a lot of the parents don't have the same telephone number that they started out with in September.
Wow. Okay.
I said, well, did you send out letters to the parents? Oh, well, we don't have the money for the postage stamps to send out to 500 parents. So to me, not only are they not trying to really do the outreach, but there's a problem with the whole system.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is Dr. Height's input on the situation?
Well, I honestly think it was a done deal.
Okay.
Because I was told that a council person did sign off on this actually before the summer.
Oh, wow.
So with everybody jumping up and down with whether or not 5 parents got, picked out of a folder to be on council, leadership council for the school, it's totally beside the point. What they need to be worried about is the children's education.
Okay.
Are they learning? Because 75% of those children inside that school right now will have to repeat.
Did you say 75?
75% will have to repeat the grade. They're not being taught.
Wow.
I met the principal. The principal was pulled out of retirement just for this situation. His investment is very little because he can only do so much.
Right.
Because he does get a retirement check.
Okay.
So he can only work so much, which means he's only going to put so much effort into trying to make sure that things go the right way in that school.
And these children are our future, so
Our future, right.
It's just like...
Okay, so whether or not you put a charter school in that community isn't really going to make a difference because you're still dealing with the children in the community.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So until we change the whole makeup of the system, nothing else is going to work. This is what we need to be paying attention to, the educational part.
This is Wanda Logan on Real Talk, the voice of Philadelphia. Activist, community person, passionate about our children.
We have to be, because the reality is if we don't start taking care of these kids now, we will have nothing in the future. Right now in West Philadelphia, everything is being sucked up dry. They want us, they don't want any accountability in our community. We don't even have town meetings the way that we used to as we were coming up.
Wow.
Because they don't want groups of people to come together to make a difference or to voice their opinion. We got so many people losing their homes. We got so much, our senior citizens are afraid to open up their door after 5 o'clock. It starts getting dark at 5:15 now?
Right.
So with the crime and everything that's going on in West Philadelphia, it's off the hinges. Everything is turned upside down, but they don't want to hear the voices of the people. Whoever thought, how do you destroy a community? You put things in the community that is going to destroy itself. You got alcohol, you got drugs, you got more crap going on than a little bit. If we were in the suburbs, you think this crap would be allowed?
I don't think so.
These are the things, and then they wonder why our voting rate is so low. If you're under alcohol, you're under drugs.
You're not even conscious of what's going on around you.
Nor do you want to know. How many times do they really put out the information of these are the questions on our voting side?
No, rarely. People don't see them until they get in the booth most of the time, and they don't even know what they are.
These are the things that we need to address.
Absolutely.
Educate the community. Just because you're a Democrat, you're not going to get slapped around because an independent or Republican is going your direction. They made a perfect example, Senator Specter, when he was living.
Absolutely.
He did a lot for a lot of different people.
He sure did.
He didn't care what color you was or who
what
you
party
was.
or whatever. He did what he needed to do.
You do what's right.
Y'all have a good
for
one.
the people.
That's right.
Right now, we don't have that kind of leadership going on in West Philadelphia.
Well, we got you over there, so.
Look,
we got
I'm
you
looking
over
for
there.
an army behind me.
Okay.
Because that's what it's going to take to move mountains in our area. Because we have to look at our children. If we don't take care of them, we have nothing. And right now, they're the ones that are suffering and becoming the victims.
Absolutely.
So wherever else, we have going on that they attack, they need to start looking at what's going on with the kids and feeding them. We have communities that they're not even eating properly.
Wow.
There's not enough coming in.
Okay.
Back in the day when I grew up, 4 people in a household, 2 people working, took care of everybody. I knock on doors, it's 6 to 8 people in a house struggling to try to make it. We have shopping centers. You say, well, I brought jobs into the community. Did you really bring jobs into the community? If everybody that works in that area is making $9 an hour, you're not working over 35 hours,
Right.
okay?
Right.
So that means you don't have a benefit package, which means you have to attach yourself to Obamacare. Obamacare, you better be making some money because you have to put some money back into that.
That's right.
So that means that it's a total destruction of our households.
Absolutely.
Again.
Absolutely.
So it's taken now not 2 people, but 4 to 6 people to run one household.
one household.
Your electric, your gas, everything. I lived on 126 North Fairfield Street. My mother rented that house. She was paying $400. That house now runs anywhere between $800 and $900 for a 3-bedroom. Back then, they were making $5.25 an hour. We're making $7.25. You do the math.
Yeah, it don't add up.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that means almost automatically, we need more money coming into our area, more money coming into our paychecks
Absolutely.
for the whole survival.
Absolutely.
But what's going on is your mother may not be able to afford to keep up with her mortgage, her taxes. So that means that she has to go to another member of her family for the survival, and it's another strain on the family,
On
a
the
financial
resources of the
strain.
family. Absolutely. So we're going to have more from Miss Wanda Logan on our future segments. She's going to be a staple on The Voice of Philadelphia because she truly speaks with the voice of Philadelphia.